You obviously have experience training with your opponent, Vinny. How does that come into factor with this matchup? And do you think you have exposed some holes in his games that you're looking to capitalize on?
Uh, Sorry, can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah, so you have experience training with Vinny. Um, with that experience, have you seen opportunities for you to win this fight? And do you think it will be an advantage going into your matchup with him?
We actually haven't trained together for a long time. We just trained one day. He was one of the coaches in the Ultimate Fighter I was on, but I was in the other team, you know. But he's the guy we familiar with each other, you know. We actually know each other. But I know he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He got a lot of fights, you know. So I could watch it. I could see his game, you know, his strong points, and some points that I can take advantage of. Uh, and I think that's it. You know, I think he got a lot of fights that I can watch and study his game to get a win.
Right on. Thanks so much.
Hey, Antonio, this is Curtis Calhoun with Low Kick MMA. I want to get your thoughts on how you like fighting at light heavyweight and what advantages do you think it brings you to not cut the extra weight?
Man, that is awesome. You know, I just feeling a lot more energy. I used to cut a lot of weight. You know, 35 pounds, a lot of weight. You know, and I feel uh, when I went to the fight, I was like with no energy at all. You know, I fight a little bit after like first round. I feel I get no energy. You know, I feel no sugar on my blood, so I get tired too fast. You know, I could see that in the training because I was training my normal weight, but once I started the diet, I started feeling that I couldn't perform. You know, the same way. And going to 205 is way better, man. I feel way, you know, way better. You know, happy. I feel my body responds to the train. You know, everything that I'm doing. I feel my organism was being like damaged. You know, for the dieting, the weight cut, because it was a lot of weight. I think 205 is the way I should be on for a very long time.
Thanks, Antonio. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, Antonio, this is Tanai from MMA Island. I asked Vinny the same question that I'm going to ask you. How does it feel going up against a fellow Brazilian?
I don't really like to fight another Brazilian, you know. But it is what it is, man. As I said, we know each other, but we're not really like close friends, you know. But we both representing like the same country, but we still fighting for each other, you know, for our team. You know, he's fighting for his team, I'm fighting for my team, fighting for myself. So it is what it is, man. If you gotta fight, we gotta fight. You know, I prefer definitely to fight another like someone from another country, but if I gotta fight him, I gotta fight him. There is no choice.
Absolutely. I also saw you play some games of FIFA on your Instagram. The
I'm terrible on that.
yeah, yeah. I saw Zuada got the better of you, but I don't know if you're a football fan or not. But the Copa America started yesterday. Brazil got a nice 3-0 win. Do you think they're gonna win it all?
I saw the game yesterday, 3-0, right? Yeah, I think the team is pretty good. You know, I follow some guys, I'm friends with some guys. They're doing a great job, you know. I really believe on the Brazilian soccer team. There's a lot of like talented guys, you know. You see Neymar, Marquinhos, Gabriel Jesus, Gabigol, a lot of guys, and I'm always rooting for them.
All right. If you see some of your friends, tell them that I said hi. Tell Neymar I said hi.
All right, I'll tell
Good luck
him.
on Thursday. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. I appreciate it.
Antonio, your
Yeah.
high level of jujitsu always gets brought up with with all your fights. But do you feel like your striking sometimes gets overlooked? And do you think it could be a deciding factor on Thursday?
Could be, man. I think it's like MMA fight, so I think I gotta mix it up always, I cannot go just for one thing, just for jiu-jitsu or just for striking. I think that is something that I was doing in the past and wasn't good for me. I think when I mix it up, I fight way better. That's what I'm training for. Trying to mix it up, use the right thing, the right moment, and I think this is gonna bring the win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How you doing, Antonio? This is Tariq from the Havoc Hour. So we've talked to a lot of fighters about what the experience has been like in the bubble. But for you, just back in January, you were on Fight Island, and now you're here in the bubble. What was that experience like compared to what you have right here in Atlantic City?
Well, here's more days. It's a little weird, like to be far away from your team, from your house for that long. My last fight, we gotta stay here for like 17 days. This time it's gonna be 12. What is better? But it is what it is. At least we get more concentrated for the fight. We got on this environment, so we get used to that. At least they have a uh uh like a good place for us. They give us like good food and everything, so make it easy for sure.
Sounds good. Best of luck this week.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sounds good. Best of luck this week.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey there, I was just curious because I noticed there was an Instagram post a bit ago where you were training with Buchecha. I'm kind of wondering what the experience or what the experience rather has been like training with him and how he's been adapting to getting into the MMA ranks.
Yeah, Boucher is my friend for a very long time. He just started in MMA, but he's doing very good. He doesn't have a fight yet. I think he probably gonna be fighting like July, August. I don't really know actually. Uh, but he's so talented. He's the great of all time. 13 times world champion. He got everything so easy, so fast. I think he gonna do great in MMA as he did on Jiu Jitsu, and it's been great, man. We always helping each other. We're very good friends. He's leaving my house now that he moved to Florida. To train at American Top Team, and it's just great. I got somebody to push me in the floor. If his game is awesome, man.
Thanks for the insights, man. I appreciate the time.
No problem.
Hey, this is Max Cohen from the Going Live podcast. Thanks for taking the time. I just have a quick question. Obviously, your opponent could be a little desperate for some bonus points. Are you expecting some first round pressure?
Yeah, definitely. He's always strong in the first round, right? Not just I think, especially now because he needs the 6 points to try to go to the playoffs. But this is his game, He's all life. His first round was his best round, so I think he gonna go for all or nothing.
Thanks so much, man. Great luck. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you so much, man.
Carlos.
Hello, Mr. Antonio. How are you doing today?
How doing, man? Good.
Obviously, someone mentioned before that you posted something about FIFA on your Instagram. Are there any other video games you like to play when you're not fighting?
I like to play Counter Strike. I'm not that good, also, but like I love playing that.
If you ever want to play Counter Strike with me, I'm always down. I love Counter Strike.
Oh, really? Let's do it, bro. Let's do it for sure. Definitely.
Sir, yes, sir. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Michael Morales.
Hey, Antonio, how are you?
How are you doing, brother?
Everything good, man. Glad to have the opportunity to speak with you. My question for you is, how's been your experience with PFL so far?
Man, great. They treat us so well. I feeling home. That is the environment so good. Everything's working great. This stuff. Everybody's awesome. Man. I love the experience.
Curtis.
Hey, Antonio, this is Curtis Calhoun from Low Kick MMA again. Kind of want to get your thoughts on the season format in PFL, and how do you like the quick turnarounds in between fights?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just trying to get your thoughts on the season format in PFL, and how do you like the quick turnarounds in between fights?
You mean my fight or every fight you see?
Yeah, like in terms of just having a couple of months in between fights. How do you like?
Man, I'm
staying
actually
active?
feeling great, about that because I'm keep fighting, keep the constant. The constancy is really great. It's like you're going to some sparring at the gym. That's how I feel. I think if you stay long time not fighting, is bad for you. You lost the timing. You know what I mean. So if you keep fighting, I think is keep fighting is the best thing to do. For the athlete, you keep shape. Uh, was good for me because I didn't hurt myself. So I got 7 weeks to train hard. Got well and got ready for this fight. I hope I don't get hurt again and go to the playoffs healthy and well.
Thanks, Antonio. Appreciate it again.
Thanks, bro.
Drew.
Hey, Antonio, Drew Pierce, FightLeague.com. Does your game plan change at all with having 6 points going into this last bout of the regular season, or is it business as usual for you?
No, actually, game plan is the same. We always working on everything. As I said, we always fighting for the win. But if the opportunity presents itself, for some submission, some knockout, so you gotta, get that moment. But you always like working on fighting like 3 or 5 rounds, whatever, and get your arm raised at the end. I think this is the best thing to do.
Thanks. Best of luck.
Thanks, man.
Ronald.
This is Ron E. Smith. I just want to follow up on that previous question. Are you saying that you're fighting for the win, but for and especially in this tournament that they heavily want for knockouts and submissions, especially with those points. How hard it is for you to fight for the win, but try not to fall in the trap for looking for the knockouts and those submissions?
Sorry, can you repeat the end?
Yeah, just for you not to search for the finishes, for the knockouts and the submissions.
Yeah, as I said, like you need to make it present itself. You can really force it too much. You know what I mean? For sure, I want to finish the fight. Last time in the cage, so last chance to get hurt or whatever. But if you really force it, it's not gonna work. If you're trying to force something against like high level guys, maybe it's gonna like something wrong is gonna happen. I think you need to bring the guy to that moment, that you can like, and then you're gonna use the moment to finish him, to submit him, to knock him out, whatever. I always looking for the finish, but sometimes it don't come. It don't comes, So I think you need to create the opportunity, and when you create it, use it, go for it.
And then you brought up before about the quick turnaround and 7 week training camp. Have you changed anything up during this camp? Has anything new popped in for you for preparing for this fight?
Nah, not really. I don't change much. Still working with same coaches. Just change the like maybe train partners because last fight was against some softball wrestler. Now we're gonna fight regular stance. Some bigger guy, jiu-jitsu guy. I just changed like the training partners. And some in the strategy for sure. Against Tom Lawler, I got one idea in my mind. Against Vin, it's gonna be a little different, but I didn't change much actually.
Thank you for your time, man. See you then.
Thanks, brother.
Steve, MMA Lowdown.
Hey Antonio, Steve from MMA Lowdown. Hope you're well.
Thanks.
So in the UFC, you were known as Antonio the Grappler. Now, we know that you do practice your striking a lot, and to get a chance to showcase it, would you like to become recognised in the PFL as Antonio the Striker?
No, I'm still a grappler. I'm not a striker, but as I said before, we fight MMA, so you gotta mix it up, you gotta use every aspect of the fight. You gotta strike, you gotta wrestle, you gotta do jiu-jitsu, everything, everything. I think if you mix it up well, you're gonna do well in the fight. Some guys try to do only one thing, and makes easy to read, what they're doing. I think if you mix it up, makes hard for your opponent to read you, to discover what you're gonna do. So I think mix it up is the best thing in MMA.
Appreciate your honesty, man. Good luck.
Thank you, bro.
Jake Foley from Overtime Heroics here. Thank you for your time, Antonio.
No problem.
With the newest season of The Ultimate Fighter airing weekly, how did The Ultimate Fighter benefit your career and prepare you to fight at the highest level?
Man, it was great. It was a great experience. I was fighting against experienced guys at the time. At the time, I had only 3 fights.
The next thing's coming on, somebody I need to ask, so...
Sorry? What's that? Oh, all right. So yeah, the Ultimate Fighter was a great experience. Short period of time. I gotta fight like 3 times. Against experienced guys, you don't know who you're gonna fight, so you need to be ready for everybody. It was a tough experience for sure, but it was great for me. Make me prepare to face everyone. Especially because I was fighting against a heavyweight. And I actually never been a heavyweight, I actually at the time was a little lighter than I am right now. At the time I used to walk around like 208, no more than that, and now I'm walking around like 218, 220. So yeah, it was great, man. Especially in Brazil, the television in Brazil, the Ultimate Fighter was on Global. Global is a channel that everybody in Brazil watches. So it was great, man. It was great for me. It was a great experience.
Thank you for your time and good luck on Thursday.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Antonio, this is Tanai from MMA Island. You finished Tom Lawler with a guillotine in your last fight, but he had you early on in the guillotine as well. How tight was that, and how confident were you to get out of it like you did?
I knew he was good in the guillotines, but I've been in that position for like 100, I don't know, 1,000 times. You know what I mean? And it's pretty hard to finish me, especially on the guillotine. You know what I mean? So I knew he would try it. I just need to stay calm because I know how to defend. He was spending his energy and was part of the strategy actually. And everything worked out well. Wasn't very tight actually. I just need to position myself in the right way. So it's gonna be hard to submit.
Good to know. Thank you so much, and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Welcome back to you, Carlos.
This is Carlos again from the Drift Podcast. I don't know if you watched the UFC the past Saturday, but your former opponent Marvin Vettori fought in the main event against Israel. I wanted to know what you think of both Israel and Marvin's performances.
I didn't really watch the fight. What I heard was like Marvin trying to taking him down, and Adesanya work on his kicks and keep the distance. Basically was that, but I was sleeping at the time, you know what I mean? I sleep too early, man. Close to the fight is, was better to sleep. But that's what I heard about that, I want to watch it later.
My next question for you is, who got you into the sport of MMA, and who do you think is your biggest inspiration?
I'm sorry.
Who got you into the sport of MMA, and who do you think is your biggest inspiration?
Yeah, so I think it's the same guy was Junior, Junior Cigano, Junior dos Santos. He's my big friend since I was 15. We started training together, and so I keep fighting jiu-jitsu. He went to MMA, become a world champion. Um he's like he's one of my inspirations. I met him before everything, so he started training with like 21 years old, become world champion with 26, 27. This guy was crazy, on me. So yeah, he's one of my biggest inspiration in life, in the sport too.
Thank you. Good luck Thursday.
Thanks, man.
Aldrin.
Hey Antonio, this is Aldrin Warner from the Fight Dialogue. How you doing, brother?
How doing, man?
It's good. So my question for you is, of course, you and Vinny are both high-level black belts in your fight, and of course, as a fellow jiu-jitsu practitioner myself, depending the fight goes to the ground, do you think positioning will be the key of securing the victory or helping you towards your game plan?
I'm sorry.
I was saying both you and Vinny are both high-level grapplers, and pending the fight goes to the ground, and as a fellow jiu-jitsu practitioner myself, do you feel that positioning will be the main key factor in your fight?
If there is any position, you mean?
Will positioning on the ground be a factor in your fight if it goes to the ground?
Oh, got it. All right. For sure, as I said, MMA is a little different from grappling. He's a very good grappler, as I am. Would be a great, submission match. But I think you need to position yourself better, especially in MMA, so you don't want to get hit, you don't want to get submit. For sure, you need to get a good position, especially if you're on bottom. If you're in the bottom in MMA, it's a little complicated. You can try some submissions and stuff, but it's a pretty hard because there's some, some punches and everything. So you need to protect yourself.
Jake Foley from Overtime Heroics here again. Newly retired fighter Paul Felder has been pretty open about his opinion on more weight classes. For someone like you who has dealt with changing weight classes and eliminating that cut, what is your opinion on more weight classes in MMA?
Yeah, you see the guys going up, they having a better results, better fighters, they becoming a better fighters because they don't, how do I say, you don't messes with your body a lot, you know what I mean? Like for me to cut like 15 pounds is easy, but 35 pounds was crazy, man. I couldn't leave. I was thinking about the diet my whole day, my whole the whole time. And I don't know, it just messes with everybody, your like testosterone, your hormones, your whole body. I was having a lot of injuries, by the time. So I think if you can keep the way, your weight close to your weight division is the best thing to do. Not losing a lot of weight. I think it's the best thing. It's the best thing to your body, the best thing to your perform.
Thanks again for your time. Good luck on Thursday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Tonight.
And hey, Antonio, tonight again from MMA Island. You said about your friendship with Junior dos Santos, and he parted ways with the UFC recently. Where do you think he's gonna end up? Will we see him in the PFL soon?
Man, I don't know. Maybe there is a chance. I don't know how he's doing with the negotiations. What his plans. For sure, a lot of like the big organizations gonna like to have him. He's a really nice guy, great athlete, and all I know is that he's gonna be ready, for whatever. He faced a lot of like tough guys, his whole life he was fighting against the top 5 guys in the world. So I think everybody wants him, let's see what's gonna happen. I don't really know. That is almost like 10 days that I don't really talk to him about it because I'm here.